Welcome back to another episode of the Junk Monkeys podcast, episode 3. I am Randy McLeod. I'm joined on my left by the familiar Bradley Gertzen.
Heyo.
To his immediate left, Michael Gertzen.
That's me.
And our special guest for this evening, Daniel Mosionier.
Hello.
The editor-in-chief.
Yes, sir.
I'm the guy.
He's the one. He's the one that edits the things.
So fancy.
He also makes the dope music, like the intro and the outro. Yep.
In case you didn't know.
Dan, you're new to the show.
I am not new to the show.
I mean, we've only been running for 3 episodes,
new
and we've
on
had
the
a
show.
rotating cast each
Yeah.
time. So, like, it's not that new. Because
Technically-
all of us are technically new.
Technically, you haven't even broken the mold yet because every time you've had a new person.
That's true.
So you're par for the course right now.
Yeah, you're right.
I think me and Randy are the only ones who've been here every single time.
Yeah, we're the devoted ones, you know? Fist bump. We fist bumped.
For our viewers at home.
I edit the podcasts.
Oh, yeah, you did. I guess he's been here the entire
I
time.
guess he
Yeah. Dan, I'm going to spring something on you because just to get yourself introduced to the audience.
I'm ready.
What is your favorite game, movie, and TV show in that order?
Game, movie, and TV show. Favorite game, Terraria.
Okay.
You say movie, TV show, then movie, or movie, then TV
I'm going to
show?
leave TV show for last.
Okay.
So
Oh,
movie.
gee, I wonder why. Movie? Okay, my favorite movie, non-critically, just as a fun film.
Sure.
Alpha and Omega.
Nice.
The movie
Fair
about the
enough.
wolves.
Nope.
It's got a 16% on RT, so it's not. It's critically horrible. It really is.
Wait, so that one has 16%. I remember you telling me one time that there are multiple sequels. What are those
There's
at
more than
RT?
one. I always
There
only watched the
are
first one.
9 of them.
Yeah.
There's
It is
9?
the Alpha and Omega nonology. The voice cast changes every time because I know I'm not even kidding because the voice actors come into the show to the movie and then they go, "That sucked. I'm cashing out and leaving." So every single movie has different fucking voice actors.
See, whoever originally voice acted for the original Alpha and
Great
Omega.
cast.
Right. Is there any names? Like
Justin
that we
Long,
know?
Christina Ricci, Hayden. I can't remember her last name is like Panettiere or whatever. It's some weird long last name.
Okay.
Yeah, the great cast. Justin Long is a phenomenal actor.
They really misread the franchise because obviously it went on. Like this went on to be a thing.
No, they
for
did not
9 movies.
They did not misread the franchise because they got the fuck out, and that was the right call.
Yeah. Yeah,
Favorite movie critically is probably either Silence of the Lambs or The Godfather.
I haven't seen either.
What is you're
Dan,
the movie
I know.
guy?
I know. I
You're
am
the
the
one
movie guy.
writing reviews on movies. You've never
Hey,
seen
what are you doing?
either of those films.
I do want to watch Silence of the Lambs. That's been
Silence
one
of
that
the Lambs
like
is phenomenal.
yeah.
That's the
Godfather.
one.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the one where he eats people, right?
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter. He's
Ah.
Hannibal. That's specifically.
Oh, that's the
yes.
Yeah.
fava beans.
Fava beans and Chianti. That is the Hannibal Lecter eating people is specifically why I like those films.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not absolutely not true.
I take great inspiration from that.
And then favorite TV show, probably either Bodyguard or Breaking Bad.
Oh, dude.
We are gonna have a
We're gonna have a podcast at some point where
just
like
specifically about
maybe,
Breaking Bad.
Maybe nobody else can show up. Like Brad, you got hit by a truck. Mike, you're busy in the
No,
United
they all
States for
they
a
all
reason.
died to things that happened in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Brad
like a
died
plane
robbing
falling from the roof?
Brad died from the roof specifically.
Whoa.
Whoa! The plane
What are
is
you
coming
doing,
up from the
Roof?
Mike died trying to rob a train of its methylamine,
Noah got a pizza land on his head.
and he passed away from that. Broke his whole shit.
It was awful. It was a big pizza, though.
Oh, it was a
You
really
remember?
big pizza.
Like,
It was
he
that-
fucking hucked that thing.
It was that like 30-inch or like that big square pizza that they have to deliver in like a special car.
For 3 people, by the way. Like,
Yeah, that's
Skylar, Walt, and Walter Jr. That was the only people eating that pizza.
sometimes people still throw pizzas on the roof of that house.
Actually,
Yes, people will go there and do it.
man.
And the person who lives there is like, "Can you fucking not?"
Guys, what the fuck?
I feel like if you're getting shown that house, though, like the person showing you that house has the obligation to tell you, like, this is going to happen.
Get some pizza sauced on your roof. Yeah.
I didn't know people could buy that house.
It belonged to the person who owns it now.
Oh, yeah, I guess
before
so.
they were like, "Hey, can we use your house?" And she was like, "Sure." And
Can you use your house for 5
Then
seasons.
she fucked off.
Could you imagine? So, like, obviously they would have had to decorate the house. I'm getting way off topic,
Yeah.
but like the person living there would decorate their house, and then the studio would have to come and be like, "Yeah, we don't want any of this. We need to make this look like Walter White's house."
The person who lived there actually got kind of upset because of how much they changed the inside of the house relative to what it was. I was reading about this a few weeks ago, and no, it's a really interesting story. So
I should read
either
into
Breaking Bad or Bodyguard for the favorite shows, though.
Nice.
Bodyguard is so goddamn good.
You were way more prepared for that question than I thought.
I'm just ready to go at all times. I had a piece of cake before I came here today. I am fucking wired.
We are good to go.
What flavor cake?
Genie's cake. Like the one made in Winnipeg?
Nope.
Nope.
You're all heathens.
Yeah, you're right.
No idea.
Is it a really good cake?
They've been made in Winnipeg since like the 1920s, and they're phenomenal.
Okay.
Speaking of cake,
Yeah.
today's topic of the show is going to be what are we watching lately? And what are we excited for? This episode, we're recording far in advance. This episode's probably going to come out like mid-November. So like we're getting excited for stuff in the Christmas season, like the winter season.
So it's a few months away.
No, we're in November now.
They don't know that. We can make this date whatever we want.
It's actually 1988.
Pre-recording hard.
Does your Discord ever do that?
What's that?
Do you ever get the bug where like it's like new message and it says like January 1st, 1986 or something?
I do not.
That happens to me sometimes.
That's absurd.
You know the blue notification that says you have a new message? It'll be like December 1st, 1964. I'm like, who is fucking messaging me from the past?
I'm here to warn you, the stock market will collapse.
Invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I just wanted to do an episode where we talk about entertainment, as our first two episodes were about gaming, and I just want to let everybody know, like, hey, we're talking about other things as well.
Hey, we're not just talking about video games. We got other things to talk
we got
about.
other things. We
Hey.
watch TV
Sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna start with shows that we're watching right now that we're loving, or maybe not loving. Just talk about a show that you're watching. And I kind of want to start with Mike.
Oh, what I'm watching right now?
Yeah, what are you watching right now, Mike?
I don't know if it's a show, but it's like in a genre. I'm really into documentaries right now. Like
okay.
the Netflix miniseries. The first one I watched is the 24 Faces of Billy Milligan.
Oh.
It
you were
is,
talking about that,
yeah, really quickly. It is about a man that has, what is it called? Multiple personalities disorder.
Okay.
And it goes through and shows all the documentation on him and how he's changed through the years and kind of follows him. Yeah, and there's like 24 different people in him. Apparently.
Oh, I've seen what you're talking about. I know what you mean.
And it's like, and he's got some like really distinct personalities. Like there's like a
the
British
Joker?
guy. there's like a
Joker, baby.
he's got like a brute Slovakian guy,
Whoa.
and like they all come out. They all get triggered by like certain things,
That's crazy.
and like they all try to like hide Billy from like the other people and like protect him.
Interesting.
It's weird.
I know like this is an obvious connection, but have you seen Split with James McAvoy?
No.
No. Okay. So like genuinely, this sounds like the entire plot of Split, but obviously that just means that somebody did their research very well.
I'm pretty sure. I think Split was actually based off of someone, wasn't it?
I don't think it was based on someone, but it was based on the disorder. Like the person in James McAvoy in Split has like 24 different personalities, and he's really good at it.
Yeah, I heard the acting in that was.
It's absurd because like there's that one point where like typically you would cut between like different like takes. So like if he's doing one personality, it's hard to maintain that many different personalities for an actor. But like he does like 12 in a row, and he just doesn't stop. Yeah, he's insane.
That movie was also connected to the Bruce Willis one, right?
Yes, that was
I watched,
Unbreakable.
yes, I watched that one. I didn't watch the other one, so.
Did you watch? Oh, you didn't watch the one that connected them both together?
No.
No, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was called Glass. I liked it. So documentaries, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
After that, what else did I start into? The other night I watched New York City versus the Mafia, I think. Anyways, it basically talked about the Mafia in New York in the 1970s and 80s.
Okay.
And like how crazy in control they were. They literally owned unions. They didn't even own like construction companies. They owned the union.
Oh shit.
So they would hire their own like mafia people, and then if the companies didn't do what they wanted, they would go on strike
Oh.
and just completely can them of all their money.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
that's the way to do it.
I heard they like also in like the NFL players and stuff like that they would have like gambling problems.
I've
and they
also
would
heard
shark
about
them,
those.
And then they would get them to throw games and bet on like
That's fucked up.
And
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
honestly just a clutch play.
That is Chad.
That is a Chad
That's
moment.
alpha shit right there.
I own sports, motherfucker.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
yeah, I highly recommend it, and I don't want to talk about it too much because everybody needs to watch it. It's like 3 episodes. It's probably 2.5 hours.
What was it called?
Total. I think it's New York City versus the Mafia or something.
Okay.
Just look it up on Netflix. I can't get the
That's
exact.
just John Wick.
And then I think I started watching something else. Most Wanted, which is kind of in the same realm, except it just goes through and talks about the most wanted people in the world.
Oh, cool.
So it talked about El Mayo and El Chapo, the very first episode.
Oh.
Huge drug
Crazy
lords.
stuff, honestly.
Pablo Escobar.
No, what was his name? I'm really bad with names.
That's fine.
But I must watch that one as well.
What's driving you towards mini docs right now? What's going on with wanting to know things?
I don't know. I just haven't ever been on a documentary kick before.
You were bumping out Archer like just before this.
I'm still watching Archer.
Yeah.
I have like 2 lists of TV shows. It's like the ones I watch when I'm just kind of hanging out. And then I got the second one where it's like serious TV shows that I like focus in, right? So I've got like Archer, and then I think I'm going to watch the new Final Space, season 3.
Oh, okay.
And then I got BoJack I need to finish.
You haven't finished BoJack yet?
Not yet, no. I got like 3rd season, then I started watching Archer, and obviously.
And that kind of railroaded or railwayed.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Nice. Bradley, what are you watching lately?
Literally BoJack
Yep.
Horseman, as you brought up before. I've fallen in love with it at this point.
Give me a premise. What's the premise of BoJack?
It just follows like a washed up 60s. Well, it's like an old famous TV actor and like following him after, but he's like, it's in a lot of depth. I don't know how to explain it without.
Be a horse.
He
is a horse. He's a horseman.
That's what I got so far out of all this.
Yeah.
The outro is literally like, famous in a 60s TV show. And that's pretty much the entire premises of it. And now it's like way in the future. He's like old as shit.
It was washed up.
Yeah, he's washed up, and there's like all these like mental problems and everything like that. He's
Yeah, I've heard
working
it's
through
got
it.
like a darker side to it.
Yeah, but they do it so well that I'm not disturbed by how fucked up it is because everyone's just an animal.
No.
So
Literally.
Isn't he
Literally
a
an
piece
animal.
of shit?
Oh, he's an absolute asshole.
Oh,
yeah.
word.
It's so funny. I don't know. It's super funny, and then it also tackles like a lot of sensitive topics without making it weird in some ways that some people do.
Yeah.
And some TV shows will make you like, ugh.
So
About it.
does it kind of like pull you in and like lull you into like, hey, this is a comedy, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this got dark.
Kind of. It's like the first few episodes are like that. They're like, oh, this is just us being funny. Look at this guy being a dick. He's an asshole. Ha ha. But
Aaron
then,
Paul's in this.
and then it kind of like slowly descends into it because you kind of like they portray him doing shitty things and all this shitty stuff as like a comedy, and then it kind of like works deeper into it, and then it's like
Dealing with the repercussions. And
yeah, because like the very first season is about him getting a memoir written about him.
Okay.
So it's like him literally deep delving into his childhood and everything like that with this ghostwriter, and 10 out of 10 recommend.
Okay.
Really,
Cool. How many
really good
seasons?
TV show. I don't even know. I'm just
You just keep
I
on
just keep
going.
on going.
Yeah.
I just click the play next button.
I want to say it's 5.
Because they did their last season pretty recently.
Yeah.
Like
So I
maybe
want to
last year.
check that.
We got a fact check going?
Fact check.
Fact
Fact
check.
check?
Fact check.
You've got the laptop.
While I
got
fact
the
checked,
laptop.
Daniel Mosionier, what are you watching?
I'm nothing.
Nothing? You got nothing?
I didn't know that was the thing.
Well, I mean, like, what is a show that you've recently watched?
I guess the thing I've watched most recently, and then I guess I am technically in the middle of watching, is The Mandalorian. So I got through pretty much all of season 1 of The Mandalorian. No, I got through all of season 1 of The Mandalorian. And it is a phenomenal show.
So good.
One of my favorite aspects of it is the technical side of it and the recording and how they don't actually use green screens.
I know. Yeah.
It's the big LED like walls where they can project actual like the lighting they want from the set onto the character, which is a huge deal considering the fact that the main character, the Mandalorian, wears bright, shiny chrome armor.
Yeah.
So
Super reflective.
The bleed
Yep.
bleed from a green screen or a blue screen would be horrible to
Yep.
edit out. But with the use of this relatively new technology, not new, but emerging, I don't know, the sets are phenomenally real.
It's so cool.
There hasn't been a single episode where I've been watching and I thought, that doesn't look real. It all looks real.
Honestly, like, I think I've looked at that too.
Yeah.
And, like, I've watched the behind the scenes on that and everything. And, like,
yeah.
I genuinely think that's probably where people, like, a lot of filming things are going to go.
Yeah.
Is that, like, they're going to, like, it's probably more expensive than green screen for sure. But,
The initial cost is.
yeah.
But it would wind up being, over time, cheaper.
Yeah, no, I love the Mandalorian, and also like it's super cool because like that's running on a game engine. I think it's like Unity.
It's Unreal.
It's Unreal.
It's Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's super cool. We all went on a fucking Mandalorian kick last year, like when season 2 came out.
I did not.
You did not. Mike and Noah and I did, and
We watched every episode of season 2 together.
yeah, it was great.
Word.
Yeah, that was during pandemic time, so we had to do group watch on Disney Plus, where we all just watched it together.
That was the first one.
What's up?
We watched a couple together.
In person?
In
Oh, we might have.
Like
Yeah.
the final couple we did, for sure.
Yeah, 'cause things were loosening up then, so you guys were able to.
So you're hooked on season 2? Like you're gonna go through?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Not right now, but that's the goal. At some point to watch it. What's the name of the Breaking Bad Gus, the villain?
Oh, Giancarlo Esposito.
He nails every single role
I
he's
know.
in. I know he plays basically the same role every single time,
But he's so good at
he
it.
was born for that role.
I know.
And when I saw him in the show for the first time, you hear him before you see him in the show, and I was like, is that Gus? Is Gus here?
Wait a minute.
He didn't die in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh,
For a show that ended in 2013.
you've had time.
It's your fault if you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah.
I heard you hear him before you see him, and I went, whoa, whoa. And then he pulls up on screen in this cool, badass black
Hell yeah.
stormtrooper armor, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
Gus, bro. Again?
Yeah.
Again?
We're going to have to kill you again? What the fuck? Spoilers.
Classic.
What the fuck was your problem? I turned Boston when I saw him for the first
Hey!
time. Hey, what are you doing here?
Gustavo.
I'm trying to escape into the
War
sewers here.
King.
That's what the Mandalorian says. I'm trying to escape into the sewers.
Ah, I'm the Mandalorian. I got my little baby guy.
Baby man. One of my favorite aspects of the show too, that I don't really ever think about a lot, but I was doing my like preliminary research for this podcast and I was thinking about it. The anonymity of the main character
Yeah.
is a very interesting dynamic until of course, spoilers, until of course he gets revealed.
Yeah.
And we learn his name and everything. But up until then, the idea that you don't know what your titular main character looks like,
Yeah.
it's just an interesting aspect. And
It's
it
super
keeps,
cool.
It keeps you wanting to be like, well, is this ever going to happen? And then of course there's the scene where Gus I forget the actor's name, where the droid goes to lift his helmet off. And,
Yeah.
Is that the scene where you see his face?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Actually, funny story.
Oh, yeah?
I watched season 2 before I watched season 1.
What is
No.
your problem?
Yeah. So there's that episode where they went into like the mining. Have you been there yet?
No, this is
Well,
all new to me.
Well, okay, we won't go over too in depth, but there's another point where he takes his helmet off.
Is it the scene where they shoot the stormtrooper?
Oh no, Dan.
Like he comes in with the T, and they look at him for a second, and he goes,
oh, I don't remember.
"What the heck?"
There was
I've
a
seen
really
that.
really important cameo in that season where it comes back.
Yeah, yeah.
That I also didn't know about. I'm not trying to spoil it for you.
Right.
But yeah,
I can just, like,
both
take
of
my
those
headphones
both
off.
those moments.
Oh, you've seen him. Bill Burr. Bill Burr is in season 1.
Who dat?
He's the
Burr?
in the prisons episode. He was the dickhead that like betrayed Mando.
With that
people
group
born
of
to play
people
with.
when
Yeah.
they boarded the capital prison ship.
Yeah, but he was just a dude. Like he was just human.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill
so I
Burr,
never
also
seen-
born to be a dickhead in movies.
He's so funny. Love Bill Burr.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about King of Staten Island
I was
now.
thinking about King of Staten.
What is it now?
I don't know what that is.
That is Pete
Pete
Davidson.
I don't know.
Tried to drown me.
I don't know who that is.
You're like 6 feet tall in an above ground pool.
It's a comedy actor, and he did like a movie about his childhood, but he kind of like made it into more of a comedy.
It's pretty funny.
I don't think it was like fully factual, but
His life is a comedy.
Ah,
Comedy of errors.
ah.
Fuck you. Randy gave me a fucking finger gun when he did that.
Like the Mando, bring it back.
It's a real gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to like wrap up my point, yeah, I didn't see Bill Burr either. So both those moments were the first time of me seeing them, and honestly, way better that way.
Yep.
Because they made it less. It was more suspenseful for me when they took off his helmet and he walked over and did the thing to do the stuff that you don't know about yet.
Right.
In season 2,
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking poor stormtrooper though. He just brought the tea in.
He's just like, hey guys.
Or I think it was a scout trooper.
Yeah.
And they just look at each other for a good 3 seconds, and he just fucking shoots them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for that guy.
happens a lot in
That's
Star
my
Wars.
favorite character from any Star Wars franchise.
That Stormtrooper.
That specifically that scout trooper.
Yeah.
just a homie.
There's Tommy. It's Tommy Douglas.
Tommy Douglas, the Stormtrooper.
The Canadian stormtrooper.
Hey, I got your D.
Sorry.
Sorry. Gets shot. Sorry. Oh, that's my bad.
We all know who Tommy Douglas is, right?
No, actually.
The fucking
Also no.
the guy who pioneered social medicine in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't fucking look at me like that.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
He's the reason we don't have to pay for healthcare in Canada.
Oh, what a
basically.
champ. I love Tommy Douglas.
Absolute-
I fuck
All
with
my
Tommy
homies
Douglas.
love Tommy Douglas.
I did a book report on him in like grade 7. I know my shit.
My boy Tommy G.
My TJ.
Even though his last name's Douglas.
TG, Tommy Douglas.
Hey,
TD.
baby Tommy D.
Touchdown.
Baby Tommy D.
Fumble.
Fumble. Bumble. Fumble. Touchdown.
Tommy Douglas gets up on the stage and he's like,
Shout out to
yo,
Nicky Jakey.
Yo, the opposing political party fumbled on social health care, and then then he establishes social medicine. He does that. We're way off topic.
Yeah.
Keeping all this
How do we
in.
get back?
I'm keeping all this in, by the way.
Yeah, of course, please. So you've been watching Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Is there a different show that you've also been
Oh,
watching?
am I doing my second one?
Please.
Oh, cool. I haven't been watching this recently because I finished it. Been meaning to watch it again. I already mentioned it. I want to go back and watch Bodyguard again.
I need you to sell me on this.
It's a Netflix original series.
Hold on. Someone set a timer for 60 seconds.
Oh, I can hook you guys in. Well,
I'll watch the recording.
okay, sweet.
You have 60 seconds and 5 seconds.
I'm gonna start now because I don't care about your stupid made up rules.
Go.
But okay, well, I was in the middle of going. Bodyguard is a 6-episode, 1 hour in each an episode series on Netflix only about a retired British Army like serviceman, like a military person who retires from the military and winds up as a police officer, and he gets assigned to the Home Secretary of Defense, who is named Julia Montague. And she is all for the invasion of Iraq and putting soldiers into the Middle East. And when the main character has experienced firsthand the traumatics of war. So he has to guard this person who he obviously vehemently disagrees with on pretty much every stance. And it's only 6 episodes, but goddamn does it keep you on the edge of your seat. The last episode, I just wasn't breathing through
shit.
the finale. It was just so amazing.
An hour? Does that cause brain damage for an hour of not breathing?
Listening to
That's a
you
lot of-
talk causes brain damage. I'm sorry.
Time to not breathe.
That's really unfortunate because this is a podcast where he will be talking.
That's why I'm struggling right now. No, it's a phenomenal watch, and the characters feel so real and visceral, and the show does a really good job of reminding you that these are people who will die very easily in things like explosions and gunfire, and
It's not like James Bond where he gets fucking blown up by a grenade and,
and
he's
he
like,
just
whoa, that hurt.
and then he takes a drink of his scotch and just walks it off.
Yeah.
No, definitely not happening. But it's a phenomenal show.
So I imagine it obviously as somebody who has not seen it, and actually based on how much you very much love this random show that I've only ever thought of once, it makes me kind of want to watch it.
You should watch it. It's phenomenal. You'll love it.
And I imagine like your plot setup talks about how it's he's disagreeing with this person that he's bodyguarding.
Yes.
It probably goes in different places other than they just have disagreements, right? Like
Well,
stuff
of
happens
course.
to them.
I
Okay.
can't.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much can't say anything else without spoiling anything.
Is it like a thriller? Like, are you?
No, I don't think I would describe it as a. Maybe it's got some very
Tense moments.
very tense moments. I don't think I would describe it as a thriller though.
Okay.
It's grounded very firmly in reality,
Cool.
It's like an action drama, maybe.
sort of, but it's not even focused on action.
Okay.
But the action scenes will keep you just glued to the screen.
Okay.
And it's an absolute, like I said, it's only 6 episodes. If you guys can't afford the time to
I was about
watch
to
it,
say. So it's only one season.
it's only one season. Yep.
Dude, like honestly, like those kind of shows are my bread and butter. Like I love a nice contained, like I'm telling a story within 6 hours.
I'm not overselling it.
No.
Oh, the first episode, you start watching the show and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Boom, right into immediate and intense action.
Hell yeah.
But like not just action for the sake of being action. Action that is engaging and real, and it sets up plots in the storyline later. And like everything in that show has a purpose, which I think some shows don't do very well.
No. They're just like, we need to hook the viewer, so we need to show them
We need an
something
action
catchy.
scene.
Yeah.
Like, well, does it have a point? Well, not really. Well,
We
that's
didn't
a
do
little-
it right then.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't really get that in long TV shows either, because like there's so much content and so much time to fill.
Yeah, they
can't
gotta spread
make
that shit out.
everything matter as much as
Like
such a
even
short TV
Breaking
show.
Bad has some filler.
Oh, totally. The entire subplot where Skylar gets mad at
Walt
her
Jr. for eating his breakfast too fast.
There's that. I'm talking about like the necklace or like the stolen like. Yeah, that
I'm gonna drop a hot
controversial take.
hot take.
Please.
The whole Ted Beneke story. No, never mind. That was going to be completely wrong. I was going to say the Ted Beneke story didn't really need to happen. I think Ted Beneke didn't need to happen. The storyline was good. Could we have just gotten like a different guy?
I liked him. He was so weird.
He was good at making himself be hateable.
Yeah.
I loved when he tripped and broke his neck.
Oh, Ted! Oh my God! I'm
Slid
thinking,
into a fucking wall and just. It was so goddamn good. He's running away from Huel.
Yeah.
This like 500-pound guy. Now you don't want to make Huel mad, and he just trips and almost kills himself.
Bill Burr's in that.
Cool. I don't
Burr
know who that
everything?
is.
Yeah. No,
Anything
actually,
that's worth anything? Yeah.
Bill
Burr's
Burr
in
is
a
in
lot
like
of
pretty
good
much
stuff.
everything.
What was Bill Burr? What was he in that?
He was the he was like Huel's.
He was the
partner.
guy with Huel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bill Burr?
Yeah, it's Bill Burr.
Oh,
He's
that's
very
Bo
funny.
Burnham?
No.
Oh, fuck. Getting my guys.
There's too many B's.
Name the B mixed up,
Yeah.
exactly.
Alliteration.
Oh, I didn't know Brad Pitt was in Breaking Bad.
No, that's not alliteration because it's not BB.
Wait,
I love how Mike like started going like, oh, but he realized he wasn't anywhere near the microphone.
And then he got closer.
What?
Let me give me a double take on that one, Mike. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to talk about some TV shows.
no,
You cool with that, Brad?
I kind of mind.
Brad?
no, we all mind a lot.
Bradley?
Brad.
Thanks for watching the third episode of the Judgment
Yeah, let's get
podcast.
into this.
I'm kidding, Randy. What are you watching, Rand?
I've watched two things lately. I also have that same thing, Mike, where like you have your kind of paying attention shows. For us, that's Parks and Rec right now, which is great. That's not what I want to talk about. There's a show on Netflix called Midnight Mass. Just came out like last month or whatever, and it is fantastic. But it is a slow burn. Like it is a 6-episode show, like hour long each. But it's about religion, and it's about like religion on a very small island, like closely
Cult-like almost, would you say?
No. Just like it's pure, like it's honest religion. Like there's nothing like
Suspicious.
there's
Honest-
nothing wrong about it.
Honest religion.
Well, you know what I mean. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
people using it for the right reasons.
Yes.
But then it gets, I can't spoil it obviously, but like it starts to look at religion in a really interesting way where like you can, if you look at something through the lens of religion, you can make it make sense where, let me give you an example. Let's say like, a hurricane is on the way. Okay. You know the hurricane's on the way. But if you look at it through the eyes of religion, some people could justify it. They could say like, "Oh, this is
The wrath of God.
yeah, this is necessary to like people how they justify like the flood,
Yeah.
right? We have to wash
Cleanse away
flood.
the wickedness.
Yeah, it kind of delves with that kind of like ideals, and it's super fascinating. And it's tough to recommend to a lot of people because it's a lot of monologues and it's a lot of dialogues where like just long speeches from a lot of different characters. But each character is very well done. It's a very clever show. Like it's one of those shows where like you missed it in the first episode, but by episode 6, you're like, oh my God, they thought to think of that. Like it's so good.
One of those ones you kind of gotta watch all the way through and maybe sit through sometimes where you're like, this is kind of boring.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's
really
one of
worth
those
it.
shows where like you gotta stick with it.
There's an immense payoff at the end of it. if you stay
Extremely
with it.
good.
Yeah.
Extremely good. Yeah, that, and it's one of those shows where when you watch a movie and then like you go home and you're like you watch one of those videos. It's like top 10 things you missed while watching this or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of foreshadowing, which is like and very smart placement of clues. It's kind of like a mystery, but yeah, that's all I'll say about that because I can't really talk about it that much. But I can talk about Only Murders in the Building, which is a Disney Plus show. It was made for Fox before Fox got bought by Disney, and it stars Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and Martin Short.
Oh yeah, Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
I know
right.
one of those people.
You know Steve Martin?
No.
No,
No.
he's Banjo guy.
That guy.
Yeah, he's cheaper by the dozen.
My uncle? He plays banjo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your uncle's
My
in it.
bungle.
I bungled
You
that
have
fucking
bungled
burger.
the whole operation.
Only Murders in the Building is about 3 people that live in a building in New York that all love true crime podcasts. And they, all of a sudden, guess what? There's a murder in the building.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Whoa.
And so it's deemed as a suicide. And then they're like, but since we listen to a bunch of true crime podcasts, we're gonna start our own podcast. And it's a murder mystery the entire show, and they're only half-an-hour episodes, which I adore. But it's basically just like a mini mystery, but it's also really funny at times. It's not particularly amazing. Like there's a lot of the acting
really
where I'm just
selling
like,
this?
well, no, but like it's one of those like it's passably good.
Me in a nutshell.
It's funny, and like Steve Martin is really good in it. Like if you know Steve Martin, you're kind of nostalgic for the guy. So you see him walking around, and like it's kind of like it's also got like a mature theme to it as well. So like you got Steve Martin fucking being like, "You motherfucker" or whatever. Like he's very funny. Martin Short kind of hams it up quite a bit. Like he's kind of annoying at times, but like at the same time it's pretty good. And Selena Gomez, like
She's Selena Gomez.
I was watching it. I was like, you know what? She was in Wizards of Waverly Place. I remember her.
Wizard of Waverly Place. Speaking of
Banger.
TV shows.
Classic
Classic TV show.
So yeah, it was really good, and it had a really satisfying payoff. I have this knack. I don't want to brag, but I have this knack for being able to pick out if the person who's writing the mystery, if they introduce a character for no reason, that person clearly did the murder. I don't know how, but they did it.
No one ever says, I don't want to brag, and then doesn't brag. Like, that's just...
You're not wrong.
You know it's... Yeah, exactly.
I want to do a little brag.
But they do that a lot. Like, oh, here's this random Joe Schmo. It's like, well...
Yeah, we're going to introduce this character in
Here's this
episode
guy.
2 or 3. And it's typically after the moment where, like... it's typically after the moment where they do, like... In any... I've read and I've watched a lot of mystery shows and movies and stuff like that. But it's typically after the point where they are like... Here's our list of suspects. It's never any of those lists of suspects. It's always the person that they introduce very nonchalantly. They're like, oh, yeah, this person's here now, too. It's like, yeah, it's him.
This is Fred.
When you stabbing people.
Hey, Fred.
Why was Fred in this last 3 scenes?
Yeah.
That's a little bit
I've never
odd.
seen Fred before.
Hey, Fred, why you out here stabbing people?
God damn
Hey,
it,
Fred Durst. What are you doing
Freddy.
here? Freddie Durstman guy. That's his full name.
Yeah.
Imagine they introduce him like that. It's Freddy Durst.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
Fred Durst guy.
He's just sitting in the corner with a knife. He's just like,
The guy just fucks it up so bad. Hey, it's Fringle douchebag.
What did you just say? Put some respect on my name. I just killed a person. Yeah. So
Got him.
boom.
Detective
Son
Work
of a bitch.
101.
101, baby.
I just coerced you into a confession by calling you Freddie douchebag.
Just say that on recording.
He does it again. Like, he voluntarily does it.
Well, I mean, you got me, so I gotta be
fuck.
fair.
Murderer said what?
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 I got him.
We're both murderers.
It was a.
He said it louder, though. So does that make him the murderer?
Yes.
I'm going to turn my what down in post.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Damn it. Guess I'm going to prison. Yeah. So that's what I've been watching. It's been real good.
What are you
I'm-
looking forward to, though?
What am I looking forward to,
Yeah, what are
Brad?
you looking forward
Yogi. That was so good, the last episode.
Oh, it's so funny.
Everybody go and check out our first episode if you haven't.
Yep, definitely. It's on any. If you're listening to this podcast, it's probably on that same platform.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey,
We're on Spotify.
Look
We are now on Spotify.
Yeah.
Got an RSS feed going and everything.
We do. We could actually put it on Google Play Podcasts, and we could put it on so many different things except SoundCloud. SoundCloud charges you $15 a month.
Hey, yo, what the fuck, SoundCloud?
Yeah, honestly, dickheads.
Well, you get like X many megabytes of track, and then you can't upload anymore without a pro plan.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I've got like 3 songs on Spotify.
That's it.
Or SoundCloud, sorry. And I'd love to upload a lot more, and I'm not paying SoundCloud.
Absolutely
Simply not doing that.
That's not cool though.
I just upload on YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? I can get my 15 views there or on YouTube.
Yeah. So, Brad, back to your question about what am I excited for? Earlier this year, I went on a weird little binge. I've never seen the Karate Kid movies.
Oh,
So I
fair
watched
enough.
all 3. I didn't watch the next Karate Kid, which is the one with
Jane Smith.
no, that's just called The Karate Kid.
Brad
Oh.
Burr.
Hmm?
Brad Burr.
Brad Burr?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I forgot his name. Damn it! I
Karate
fucked
Kid?
it
Bill
up.
Burr's just in
Bill
Karate
Burr
Kid.
Karate Kid would be so good.
You son of a bitch!
Just drop him in there.
That'd be so funny.
Start yelling at people. You could be like the other team's coach or like trainer. Just
Oh,
have
the
him
sensei.
yell at him. Yeah, you just have him yelling at Jaden Smith.
Actually, he would be a really good antagonist.
He would be. I think that'd be.
Sensei.
I think we're onto something here.
Oh my god.
Cobra Kai season 5. Anyway,
Bill Burr, if you're hearing this.
no. So I watched all the Karate Kid movies, and they're fantastic. Like I wasn't expecting how good they were. But the reason I was watching them was because I kept on seeing Cobra Kai, like everybody talking and everybody hyping up this show, Cobra Kai. I'm like, Cobra Kai, for those that don't know, is like a continuation of the Karate Kid franchise. So like Karate Kids happened in like the 90s, and then obviously everybody grew up, and then like.
I was
So
gonna say everybody died.
no,
Oh,
thankfully, because like everybody that was old in that movie, well, except for Mr. Miyagi, like he did pass away.
nice.
Super sad. But Cobra Kai is just a continuation of the Karate Kid movies as a show, and it's fantastic. Like it's so campy and it's so 90s and it's so like dumb humor, but it's also like the next generation coming up and being like, hey, you can't be a racist anymore. Like, you know, classic stuff like that. Because like our main protagonist is actually an asshole. Like he's what's his name? Oh no.
Oh boy. His name is Cobra Kai, right?
This is
No,
there a letter?
Oh my god.
That's the name of his dojo.
What's even the point then?
What's the letter? What's the first letter?
I think it's a B.
B?
It's not.
It's Bill Burr.
It's not Bill.
Bill Burr.
Kai.
What are you doing here?
Wait a minute.
Bill Burr.
Sorry, Johnny Lawrence. So Johnny Lawrence was the antagonist in the first movie,
It's not Bill Burr.
and it's not.
Fun fact.
By the way,
But
Burr?
for some
Not the
reason,
Karate Kid.
not him.
so I'm trying to keep this fucking train on tracks.
Sorry, keep on going.
Johnny Lawrence was the antagonist in the first movie, and he's like, you might have heard of the scene where like it's like at the end of Karate Kid 1, it's like sweep the leg or whatever. You know
yeah,
that line? Does anybody know that line?
Yep.
Brad knows that line.
I know that line.
There's also a scene where somebody goes, they're gonna wheel him out in a body bag. It's really funny.
Twist his dick.
That they don't say that. It's karate tournament.
That's what Bill.
Grab his
That's
dick
what Bill.
and twist it.
That's what Bill Burr would say.
Grab it. Grab it. Anyway, back to Cobra Kai. It's just a continuation of it. And it's really good. It's bringing up the next generation while also bringing back like Ralph Macchio, who played Daniel in all 3 movies. Daniel, he's in the movie.
I'm in the movie. I was
so
an extra.
it's this funny melding of like the old and nostalgia with the new and upcoming, and like it's one of the most hype shows I've ever seen. Like it's got those hype moments. The acting is not that great. Like I'm
Let's just be real.
I'm gonna prime you. Like some people like they don't act very well, but like you got to keep the original people that played those roles back in the day. And like back then, acting was a little touch and go. But like as long as you had a good story to back it up, it was fun. But leads me to my point. Cobra Kai season 4 is coming out December 31st, and I'm beyond excited because like they left on a cliffhanger on season 3, half-an-hour episodes, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Love that.
yeah. Honestly, you get more out of it if you've watched the Karate Kid movies, but like I would recommend season 1 of Cobra Kai to anybody. Like it's so entertaining and it's so hype. It is so hype because it's just about karate, and that's the dumbest thing in the world, but they make it so exciting.
Dude, karate's got to be the coolest thing that I'm never gonna try.
Hey man, I did it when I was a kid. I was a brown belt.
Were you a brown belt?
Yeah.
Skydiving.
I just about got to black belt, but
No, I'd skydive.
But is karate cooler than skydiving?
yes, if you watch.
Well, I'm
Cobra Kai.
asking Brad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, you seen somebody good at karate? They're like, you're like hey, chill.
Sky karate. You could do them both at once. What are you laughing at? It's a great. What are you laughing at?
I wasn't expecting sky karate. I'm not gonna lie.
How could you not expect that?
Oh, that's funny.
Put them together.
That really got me.
Karate, for sure.
Karate?
That's gonna be the breakout for Twitter.
Skarate sounds like the worst,
Skyrati.
like neurogenetic disease.
Karate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gertzen.
That's really
you have skarate, and you jump out of a fucking plane and like
Hi-ya!
karate chop like your instructor.
You have a wooden block up there, and you just
Hey, but if someone gets it on video, that would go viral instantly.
Oh, totally.
Someone doing karate in the sky with the pull the parachute. whoever gets knocked out just
You don't
dies
even
'cause
you don't
they
even do the
can't
parachute. You're just if you're a black belt. Everyone knows if you're a black belt, you don't take fall damage in real life.
that's
You
true.
jump out of the fucking plane, and then your target's on the ground, and then you just wha karate chop them as you hit the ground, and instant death because you hit them at like 150 miles an hour.
That's so funny.
superhero landing.
For
on
the
set.
viewers at home, I went oh, and Randy looked me dead in the eye, and I said sky karate, and he fucking lost it.
Oh my god.
That whole thing about you talking about Cobra Kai should have taken like
2 minutes.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
And we derailed.
I'm really glad we got to
so
this
many
point, though.
We're
times.
really good at derailing it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Dan, what are you excited for?
Nothing.
What's an
Death.
upcoming show that you're like
Whoa.
being like, hey yo, definitely gonna watch that day one?
I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
That's fair.
Um,
You excited for Book of Boba Fett?
I know nothing about it.
Okay. Watch season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you will
the
get
plan.
super excited for the next series.
I really like Star Wars: The Clone Wars,
Okay.
like the animated series,
Mm-hmm.
not the 2003 one. Although the 2003 one's it's fine.
Did you watch the new season that they released for Disney Plus?
Most of it. I have like 2 episodes to watch, and then I still got to watch the Bad Batch.
Ooh.
But Star Wars: The Clone Wars, phenomenal. You know what's cool to look at? Go watch the first episode and marvel at the F- tier animation. No, obviously it's fine, but
Yeah.
but then go watch the new season.
And-
It's so good.
Yeah.
Even like the most fundamental thing they nailed in the new season is the lighting. Have you spoilers? the fight between Ahsoka and Darth Maul in the throne room. You know what I mean?
I have never seen it.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
have any of you?
Nope.
Okay,
That is
well,
a Noah thing.
yeah.
Like,
God,
it-
why is it
I
no
know,
one?
yeah.
The lighting in that scene is phenomenally done, and they mocapped it too. They got the
Oh.
they got the original actor, I can't remember his name, who plays Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace.
I've seen those on
because
Twitter.
he did all of the like the action stunts for him, like all the flips and choreography for Darth Maul.
Shut down.
Oh my God! Mike and I were talking in the car on the way here that we were gonna like do a vocal harmony, and that was gonna be the end of the show. There it is.
Hey, there we go.
Anyways, they mocapped the fight, and as a result, it looks phenomenal. It looks realistic. It's fluid. It flows well. It's wonderfully written. I think the Clone Wars is phenomenal.
Nice.
Not a kids show. Not even close to a kids show. Like, obviously it's a kids show,
Yeah.
but it's one of those kids shows where it's like, oh wow, the villain just murdered that guy and then kissed him.
Oh.
Have you not seen
That's
that?
kinda
No.
hot.
There's a scene. Well, you know, it was Asajj Ventress, so
Hey.
whether or not you're into that,
Hey.
there's a scene where Asajj Ventress, the assassin, the one who's bald, the Dathomirian witch, with a dual red lightsabers.
Don't
Mike's
worry,
giving
I
you
know-
the
I
nod.
know
I
what
have
you're
no idea what you're
Do
talking
you know the
about.
scene I'm talking about?
No, I know who you're talking
There's a
about.
scene where she stabs a clone. She pulls the clone trooper in with the force, right through the chest, pulls him in, kisses him on the cheek, and then he just dies. Obviously,
That's
that
fucking
show is
badass as fuck.
it is, but that show is brutal, and no one ever talks about it.
I'm so excited. Okay, when you start watching The Mandalorian season
boy.
2, because like honestly, what you're talking about right now,
Yeah.
is giving me a lot of vibes. Like, there's a specific moment where it just gets fucking violent and it's like like dark, and I was just like, oh, okay, we're going there.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to watch that season.
I gotta watch it now.
Cool.
You know what?
Bradley Gertzen, what are you excited for?
Okay, so I was just chilling on YouTube, watching some stuff. I think I was watching something for school, and an ad pops up. It's about an astronaut.
Okay.
About an astronaut going to space. I'm like, oh, this is like pretty cool. It's
An
like
astronaut
Pixar
going to space.
Yeah, an astronaut going to space is like Disney and Pixar. I'm like,
Couldn't
oh,
have seen that one.
they're making a cool Disney Pixar space movie.
Hell yeah.
And then 5 seconds left.
Oh,
Buddy's wearing the Buzz Lightyear
yes,
suit.
Lightyear.
He's wearing the Buzz Lightyear suit.
Yeah.
Randy and I were talking about this a few
Just-
hours before the podcast.
Now I'm officially just gassed up about
Yeah,
it.
I'm kind of excited for that too.
Yeah.
Now that I've
I
seen
know
it,
Randy's
looks
excited for it.
Dude, I watched that trailer threw me off hard because like they announced it last year at some Disney Plus thing, and I was just like, like I don't
Whatever.
care. Like it basically like the synopsis that they gave there was like, this is the story of the real Buzz Lightyear. I'm like, okay, come on, like
He's a fucking toy.
yeah,
like-
like come on. And then that just showed up in my Twitter feed. I'm like, okay, I guess. And something about it, like I fucking love space. So
Yeah.
like the fact that they have like very cool visuals of space got me hooked immediately.
The visuals are really, really
It
nice.
looks
And
phenomenal.
then you got David Bowie playing in the background, brother. Let me tell you,
about David Bowie.
I watched that trailer 8 times and I listened to that song the entire day. Like,
I'll be honest, I forget. Was it Space Oddity?
no, it was Starman.
Okay.
I was expecting Space Oddity.
Yeah.
But
Starman is the logical second choice.
yeah, because Space Oddity very overdone at this point for trailers.
Still a good song.
Still a great song.
Yes.
Any space song, I have a theory, not a theory. I have a stance that any space song is good
stanced
to
up.
me, and that's my stance.
I'm gonna make a horrible space song.
I'll still love it, unironically.
Yeah.
Moon Man
Man.
from Rick and Morty.
Moon Man.
Oh
Rick and
my
Morty,
fucking god!
Rocket
Oh
Man,
yeah, he
Elton
did do
John.
that. Rocket Man. Yep.
Yeah, also
Did you know
very
that he is a Rocket Man?
There's a.
They just ignored it.
I turned to Brad, not Dan. Oddly enough, about Space Oddity, like there's a Swedish singer that made a sequel to that song.
That even got a sequel to a song.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And it was called Ground Normality.
It's called. I'll look it up. I think it's just called Major Tom. But like, it's a surprisingly great song, and it's like it follows the events of Space Oddity. And I'm like, how do you do that in a song?
It follows him fucking dying outside of his
Yes.
spaceship. Oh, word.
Yeah, but it's just like it delves into the fact that like he just didn't want to be around Earth anymore, so he just
Yeah.
like fucked off, and like
He did that.
Yeah.
He did do that.
that's super cool.
Speaking of music, and this is very random, I was looking up Junk Monkey stuff because I was like writing
That's
out logos.
It's a band.
It's a band.
Yeah.
It's
It
called
is a
the
band.
Monkey, the monkey or the. Junk.
No, it is literally the Jung Monkeys,
No,
just like it's stylized.
There's also one called the Monkey Junk, and they literally have won 2 Juno awards,
Ah shit.
and they're like
Did
a
you say-
Canadian
did you say
blues.
Ju- Did you say Judo Awards?
Junos. It's like a Canadian
Air
award
judo.
for them. And they're like a
Underwater
like an indie
judo.
blues band, and they're kind of bumping.
Okay,
Anyway,
we'll have to
just wanted
talk to them.
point that out.
We'll have to.
We'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
They have 137 subscribers on YouTube
Ooh,
Music.
Well,
we have 10.
We're gonna surpass them pretty soon.
And then we're gonna trademark it.
We're working on it.
We're on our way.
But yeah, I just wanted to randomly bring that up because it was cool.
Nice. Michael Gertzen, what are you excited for this coming up season?
I'm also watching this. Cowboy Bebop, the live action.
Ooh.
There's a live action.
Coming
yeah,
out?
yeah.
I didn't know.
That's why when Cowboy Bebop, the original, came back on Netflix, I was like, ooh, I've got to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who don't know me, I have a great habit of never finishing anything, ever.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah.
So I've never actually finished Cowboy Bebop, but we're getting really close. So I think that starting at the 3rd time,
So
I might
he's
get
gonna
it
stop
done.
right about now.
But like
Going
even
back to
watching
Archer.
it, like even watching it the 3rd time, like first 20 episodes the first time is fantastic. Like I was thinking about it, and I think I put Cowboy Bebop in the same realm of animation, like Studio Ghibli movies, in my mind, as almost like an artist masterpiece type of deal. Like for its time, like the '90s anime was just that was perfection.
I love
And-
90s anime
yeah.
styling.
And like the dubbing of the Cowboy Bebop
Yep.
is top tier. Like really, really good. Like you'd never really notice them, the lips out of sync or anything like that. Probably due to the older animation. Yeah. And all the fight scenes are good. It kind of has that weird. I want to call it like the Pulp Fiction type effect, where it's kind of a weird storyline, but it all kind of makes sense. And they go into some they could take some really odd directions with it. Like, have any of you guys seen Cowboy Bebop?
No.
Honestly, like this live action series though, and like them dropping it all on Netflix, like the original, it's really getting me excited. Like I've never cared about Cowboy Bebop, but it's one of those shows that I'll always see people like if they're ever ranking anime, they're always like Cowboy Bebop #1, followed by Full Metal Alchemist, followed by whatever. So it's always something I'm super interested in. I might check it out if I have time.
Have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Like if
Legally.
if you watch Cowboy Bebop, I will watch.
Cobra Kai?
Breaking
Nope.
Bad.
No.
I can't
Camino?
get past. There's a kid with a red mohawk,
Mohawk?
right?
Johnny
Hawk.
Test?
Yeah.
His name's Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
It wasn't Johnny
I am,
Test.
I am very much a judge a book by its cover because that's why it's there kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna watch?
I don't know. I'm sure you told me to watch something before.
I told you to watch Euphoria at one point. But like,
I started watching Euphoria
did
actually.
it? Was it good?
I should probably try to finish that.
No, you
Oh my
won't.
God.
No, Mike. Pick a series and just go through that.
Well, I got to finish Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the live action. If you haven't seen any of the trailers, very stylistic.
Yeah.
And like not trying to copy what they did before, but try to make something special with live action itself.
That's kind of the fine line you kind of have to walk.
Like-
That's what they did with The Witcher, like last year, or was it last year?
I thought it was the year before.
Oh, I forgot about the.
Yes, it was
Great
because it was right
show.
before COVID. But like, yeah, like The Witcher isn't like it's not a retelling of the video game, and it's not quite a retelling of the books either. It's just like it's an amalgamation of both of them, and it's quite good.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
When are they coming out with a new season for that?
Actually, in December.
In December?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I want to say the 14th.
I'm gonna fact check. Yeah, one sec.
Fact check.
I watched 3 episodes of The Witcher and I
You
just stopped.
Yeah,
I can understand that,
but
to
it's
be honest.
very convoluted until the end, and then you have to rewatch it again to actually understand it. So
Yeah, it kind of fucks around with time quite a bit.
yeah, it really likes fucking with time.
Yeah, which was like they don't really establish that that's gonna happen until like it happens, and you're like, oh, I guess we're fucking with time.
Oh,
Yeah.
time.
Oh, you guys were fucking with time the last 6 episodes? That would have been good to know.
Oh, that would have been wonderful.
Yeah,
Emmett Brown looking ass.
December 17th.
I was close.
Yeah, close enough.
I was
Brad
within
got
the
it.
realm.
Cool.
No, but the trailer for Cowboy Bebop, did you guys watch it?
Yes.
Like, with like them moving and playing with like the
Yeah, they're playing with the
split.
screen transitions and like
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
Super
and
cool.
they tried to remake the opening theme,
I haven't watched that
the
yet.
intro for Cowboy Bebop, which is probably the most iconic thing about Bebop for sure. Everybody's seen it, right?
No.
I have never seen anything
Oh
about
my
Cowboy
goodness.
Bebop.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What is it about?
Oh yeah, we probably should have started with that.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Cowboy Bebop basically is a bunch of space bounty hunters, and they
Oh,
go
word.
and they basically have a ship called Bebop.
Called Cowboy
It's
Bebop.
literally called the Bebop.
Okay.
And they're called, I think they're called like cowboys. Could be wrong, but basically they're bounty hunters and they go after people for money. And then a bunch of crazy stuff happens.
Like bounty hunters.
Yes,
Oh,
they're space
word.
bounty hunters.
Word.
That's it.
Oh.
That's the general premise.
Cool.
That's a good one.
But then there's a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, it's not just that.
Not
of
just
course.
that, yeah.
There's your opening premise, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd never seen anything about it.
You have to watch the first episode if it doesn't catch you. It's one of those shows that if you don't like the first episode,
You won't like the rest?
you probably won't like the rest.
Mm.
But I mean, if you don't like it by the first episode, that's on you.
I do have a rule with
No, it
TV
isn't.
shows.
That's your fault.
I have a rule with TV shows where like I have to give it at least 2 episodes because typically I don't like the pilot episode of a show, even though that's what's supposed to sell you on something.
Well, a lot of times it's a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
Like if you tried
Setting up the world.
If you tried to judge Breaking Bad by the first episode,
Well, first episode hooked me on Breaking Bad. I'm not
first
gonna lie.
episode, I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad many years ago and fucking hated it.
Really?
And then dropped it. And then like a year later came back, sat through it, and then got into like the 3rd episode. I was like, okay, this is great now.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't like the first episode of Breaking Bad.
When does he
so-
start smoking meth, making meth?
First episode.
First episode, it is.
It gets in pretty quick.
Yeah, they do. And I genuinely like. Okay, quick tangent. With Breaking Bad, I always thought that like before I started watching it, I thought like the entire premise of the show is just like constantly cooking meth. And for the first season, it's not. Like they just cook meth
Yeah.
once, and then they're like, they have to deal with the
The
repercussions, of what
repercussions
happened.
of said idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's super. Oh,
Cooking the meth, baby.
Dan, you and I are having a Breaking Bad podcast at some point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you guys are welcome on.
Well, don't you've watched Breaking Bad, right, Mike?
Didn't finish the last
Classic
What is your
Michael.
fucking
season. You know what? I
problem?
watched it before the last season was out on Netflix. So
I think I got to season 3.
yeah, I watched.
I think I
watched
literally-
Gus's face get blown off. And,
Well, spoilers.
Oh,
wait.
you already spoiled that earlier.
No, I got to the point where the airplane was falling from the sky.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Season 2.
that was good.
I think it was season 2, and then there was after the whole cartel started getting involved.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where I ended off.
Cool.
Because I'm shitty at watching TV shows.
I have a problem where
Runs in
like
the family.
I need to
does run in
I need to finish stuff. Like I have like games, TV, books,
I wish, honestly.
movies. I can't start something and not finish it.
You're much better than I am, though.
Yeah.
I am very bad at never finishing anything.
Well,
ever,
you get a
but-
taste of everything.
yeah.
I have a very limited knowledge of a lot of things. So,
I know everything.
I am the one who knows.
I know all. I don't know the endings of many things, but
You can just look it up later. Guys, that was a good talk. We had a good chat.
Randy, what are you doing with that piece of paper?
Well, Dan, I want to play a little game.
Oh, boy.
I got another little game.
Oh, boy. Here we
Alright.
go.
Great at
Stretch
games.
it right now.
So, just for the audience at home, I was talking to Randy before this podcast, before we recorded today, and he told me about this game, but all he said was, you're either going to like fucking hate it, or you're going to be like, that's clever. So we're going to see which one it is.
I'm really hoping it's clever because I need Dan's respect.
Oh, boy.
If he doesn't like it, it's clever. So that's
Okay.
yeah.
Fuck you. You're a son of a bitch. That was a good joke, though.
I want to introduce a show called Synonym Cinema.
Okay.
Cinnamon?
I can see what you're saying.
Oh, this
Cinnamon
is gonna get crazy.
Samba.
I will give you
What the fuck was it called?
Synonym Cinema.
The Lion King.
No. I'm going to give you a TV title
Zabanya.
since we were talking about TV. But the title of the show will be made up of synonyms,
word.
which are obviously words that mean the same thing as the other word. So, for an example, acquaintances would be.
Friends.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Good one.
figured out. Good,
so.
good, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna suck at this.
Okay,
Could you explain it again in just absurd detail?
of course.
Don't do that.
I will speak with
he
my
went
mouth.
to do it.
He was breathing in.
The way this is going to work is that you
Are
don't.
we all a team?
No.
Oh my god.
Don't blurt out the answer, but you have to blurt out your name if you want to buzz in.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you blurt out the answer, then it's kind of like.
We all said it once.
Yep. Okay, starting with number 1. The Strolling Deceased.
It's Dan.
Dan.
Walking Dead.
Dan got it.
Everyone keep track of your points in your hands.
Yep.
Okay.
Brad holds up 5 fingers. I have 5. We've done 1. Number 2. Misplaced.
Dan.
Dan.
Lost.
Nice, Dan.
What the fuck?
I'm a writer. Like this is
That was good. Okay, this one's more of a funny one.
Oh no.
Number 3. The conditions in which I was introduced to your birth giver.
Dan. How I Met Your Mother.
Nice.
Fuck you for that one. Say it again. What was it? Say it again.
The conditions in which I was introduced to your
birth
birth giver.
Yep. All right. I like this game.
Thank you. Number 4, Fantastic Mart.
What?
Oh, Brad.
Superstore?
Superstore?
Yes.
That's a movie?
That's
Or
a show.
TV show.
Yeah.
Superstore?
Superstore.
I've never heard of it.
It's like a sitcom.
Oh, word.
You said Mart, and I was like, oh, the Mart.
Yeah.
I thought Paul
Mort?
Blart because it rhymed, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Wait, this isn't rhyming words. Okay, so Dan 3,
Yep, I have 3.
Brad 1. Yeah. Number 5,
You're not going to read off Mike's points?
Mike with.
Participation.
I'm sorry, I had to.
All right, this one might be a little tricky. Number 5, Tire of Treasure.
Tire of treasure.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike. Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, sir.
I got it as he
Nice.
called it in. Damn it.
Wheel is tricky because there's not very many.
Wheel.
I was trying to figure out if you meant like tire. Like
I know.
Sleepy,
I was gonna-
or, like, tire. I was like,
Damn it.
Yeah. All right, 3, 1, 1.
It was my first 3 digits of my phone.
Yep.
I fucked that up so bad.
Number 6, Dark Reflection Glass.
Brad. Black Mirror.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Nice.
Dark reflection glass.
See, this is fun. You know when you make a game and you have to tell people this is fun? You have not made a fun game.
It's kind of like explaining
said
your
This is
joke.
pretty sick.
You
Yeah.
said this is fun like 6 times.
I'm having fun.
I enjoy this.
Thank you. Number 7. I have 10, by the way, so we're running out of runaway here. Number 7, Bowman.
Dan. Archer?
Yes, sir.
I was about to say,
I was gonna do Hawkeye, but there's a show coming up called Hawkeye, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be weird. So Dan with 4. Damn. Brad with 2. Mike with 1. Number 8, Destroying Evil.
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
Breaking Bad.
Yes, sir.
I got you by 1 second.
Okay. Number 9, Peril.
Peril.
I don't know if it's a Dan. Fear? I have no idea if
No.
it's a show. I'm just guessing at this point.
No.
Peril.
Peril. I am in peril. I am in.
Legend.
No. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Danger?
5,
Danger Zone.
4, 3, 2, 1. Jeopardy.
That.
Yeah.
That was
that was a little. Yeah.
Stretching it.
Listen, man, I tried to make it.
I don't think it was stretching it. Those are absolutely synonyms. That was just a tough one.
Yeah.
When have you ever used Jeopardy other than?
I'm in Jeopardy.
I've played Jeopardy before.
Yeah, maybe you ever used Jeopardy in a common.
You don't say
conversation?
Jeopardy during Jeopardy, Dan.
You're not getting mugged and you're saying like I'm in Jeopardy.
Well, you're clearly not Alex Trebek.
Rest in peace, brother. Number 10, final one. Sorry, what are the points right now? Dan has 5, Brad has 2, and Mike has 1. Number 10,
That's 8.
8.
Yeah, but
wait,
you had
no
to
one
give us
got
the last
Jeopardy.
Nobody got Jeopardy.
Oh, right.
Number 10, Sun Hike.
Sun hike.
Sun as in S-U-N.
Okay. Okay.
No.
I will give a hint if anyone needs.
Sure.
TV show and also a line of movies.
Sun hike. And a line of movies. Sun hike.
How do I... Celestial body of gas.
I got the first one. Oh, Dan, Star Trek.
I accidentally said Trek. But yeah, Star Trek. The sun is a star.
That's
And
a good.
I got the first one. I was like, hike. What the fuck? Star Walk. What the fuck?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that's my game.
That was a cool game.
Thanks.
Cinnamon.
Toast Crunch.
The original title was Synonym Cinema. Synonym Cinnamon. But then I realized, like, oh, we're talking about movies. We're talking about TV
Cinema.
shows. Cinnamon.
Cinema.
Synonymous. Unanimous. Guys, that was our third episode of the Junk Monkeys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us once again. As we mentioned in the show, if you got this far, we are on Spotify now.
Ayo.
You can find it on our Twitter account, which is the Junk Monkeys.
Those guys.
Or you can just look up, like, it works if you just look up the Junk Monkeys podcast on Spotify. So you can just find it there. It's got our...
Deal.
Yeah, we kind of are at this point.
We're a big deal.
Turns
3
out.
episodes in, that's when you become like the big shot of podcasts.
Yeah.
You're up there with the great echelon.
Joe Rogan had 2 views on his first one, 4 views on his second one, 3.5 million on the third.
Like 2 trillion on his next one.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It's insane.
Yeah, Brad,
Absolutely
seriously,
not
had 2 trillion views.
No, I was at 3.5.
There's not that many people in the world.
I have a lot of alts.
Okay. He got a lot of bots. He bought quite a few.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
He was known before that, though, eh? He was
Joe Rogan?
UFC, yeah.
He was a
and he was
UFC
Fear
commentator.
Factor. And he was Fear Factor.
And he had hair.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in Fear Factor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Binging with Babish had hair before he started that cooking show.
Who? I'm
Cooking
sorry.
with Babish. Oh, we don't got enough time to talk about
No,
that.
we don't.
Anyways,
What else do I want to plug? Obviously, thank you to Daniel for editing and also being on the show. Thanks for coming by, Dan.
thanks for inviting me.
Really appreciate it.
Clap.
Clap, 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 clap. Purely audio format, so we have to say what we're doing. It's making noise.
Yeah, if we clap into the mics, they won't know what we're doing. We have to tell them.
Visually, what is it? Describe video
Impaired
for the
audio?
visual impaired.
Visually impaired. Impaired audio. It's just really low fidelity.
Just hit him with a few automatopoeias. Isn't that what the fuck it's called?
What?
Automatic.
Onomatopoeias?
Yeah.
We don't got enough time for you to be stupid, Brad. We're wrapping this
We
bad
gotta
boy
get
up.
out of here.
Tell me that's right though, right? Automatopoeias.
Well,
Isn't that when you?
Let us know in the comments. Let us know if that's correct on Brad's part.
send us an email.
Yeah,
Email
we
us?
do have an email. It is.
You just plug your personal email.
No, there's a business email. It'll be. Yeah,
We'll leave it.
yeah, we'll leave it out
down
there. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in another 2 weeks. And yeah, have a great night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Farewell.
Love you.
Wait, who do you love?
Oh, I thought he was going to say